Hi, welcome to Control System lecture series. Today, we are going to see how to obtain the transfer function of a DC motor. In this, there are two types. The way in which we control our DC motor or the way in which we control the speed of a DC motor is by using the armature voltage and also field voltage. For these two categories, we are going to develop the transfer function. Initially, we will start with transfer function of armature controlled DC motor. In this case, we are taking the field as constant, and by only varying the armature voltage or by only controlling the armature voltage, we are going to control the speed of a motor. So, what would be the transfer function for this? This is an electromechanical system. So, motor, as you know, it converts electrical energy to mechanical energy. So, the input for this is the electrical, that is the armature voltage, whereas the output of the system is the rotation of the motor shaft. So, transfer function is defined as Laplace transformation of output by input. In this case, the output is the mechanical system, that is rotation of the motor, that is theta of s, or you can call theta. Theta of t by input armature voltage. This is what we are going to derive for an DC motor, which is controlled by armature circuit. As I said already, it is an electromechanical system. It is a combination of electrical as well as mechanical system. So, in order to find the transfer function, first we need to write the characteristic equation of the system. This is an electromechanical system, therefore, the characteristic equation will be corresponding to the electrical system, will be corresponding to mechanical, and the equation which relates both electrical and mechanical system. Let us start the characteristic equations. So, let us start the characteristic equation corresponding to electrical system. So, this is the electrical system, armature circuit comes on the electrical. So, the characteristic equation of electrical system is simply obtained by applying your KVL. What KVL says is the applied voltage is equal to the sum of voltage drops. Here Vf is your field voltage, Rf is the field resistance, Lf is the field inductance. So, even though we have represented here, these are constant because we are talking about the armature control of a DC motor. Therefore, the field circuit is constant, we can write here constant. Only for representation we have given this, whereas we are varying your armature voltage and we are trying to control the speed. Control in the sense we are trying to obtain our desired speed of the motor. So, this is the motor, RA is the armature resistance, LA is the armature inductance, and whereas the back EMF developed in this is given as EB. So, when you are writing the characteristic equation of this electrical system, we can write as the armature voltage, the supply voltage is equal to sum of voltage drops. So, we will be having your drops in the armature resistance and inductance. The drop in armature resistance is given as IA into RA. Similarly, drop in the armature inductance is given as LdI by dt, plus we are also having a back EMF EB. This is your first characteristic equation. Also, we have here where a torque will be developed in this. So, the torque developed in this is given as T is equal to K, and because field is constant here, the torque will be only proportional to armature current. I am taking out the proportional constant and we are writing Kt, torque constant. Coming to the mechanical side of the system, we are having a mechanical load which is indicated by moment of inertia and the friction. This mechanical load can be characterized as we are dealing with torque, rotation system, moment of inertia J d square theta by dt square plus B d theta by dt, because this is a mechanical rotation system. Now, so here we are having a back EMF, and this back EMF is related to the speed, and from the equation of the back EMF we have Eb is equal to phi n z into P by 60 into A, where phi is the flux linkage, n is the speed in RPM, z is the number of conductors, P is the number of poles, and A is the number of parallel paths. So, in this flux is constant, number of conductors for machine is constant, P is constant, A is constant. Therefore, we can write it as proportional to n, or here in this rotation system we have it is theta of t. So, these are the four characteristic equations which are relating your electromechanical system. By using these four equations, we are going to develop our transfer function. As I said, transfer function is the ratio of Laplace of output by input, but these are all in time domain. We need to convert this into Laplace or S domain. So, when we apply your Laplace transformation for all this, the equation number 1 will be converted as V of S, that is after applying your Laplace transformation. R A, I am taking I of S common in this, and this will become L A into S, and this is I of S plus E B of S. That is how the equation number 1 converts into S domain. Similarly, equation number 2, when it is converted into S domain, it becomes Kt into I of S. In a similar way, the mechanical system equation, again I am taking theta of S common. After taking theta of common, it becomes J into S plus B, it becomes theta of S, and the final back EMF equation E B of S is equal to, I am using one constant here, take out the proportionality, I am write it as Kb into theta of S. So, all my characteristic equation which is governing the electromechanical system is now converted into S domain. Now, it is just all simply obtaining your required ratio, that is theta of S by V of S. So, I will just continue the numbering here. It will be equal to 5, 6, 7, 8. So, we are interested in the ratio of theta of S by V of S. So, how do we obtain this? We have your equation number 6 and 7, both are representing your torque. So, let us equate both the torques. Equating 6 and 7, we have Kt into I of S is equal to, and this is given as Js into B into theta of S. Similarly, also we have here back EMF in the equation number 8. So, what we can do is from this we will call it as equation number 9. We will substitute equation number 8 back EMF from equation number 8 back EMF in equation number 5, and also armature current from equation number 9 in equation number 5, and let us try to rewrite it. So, substituting equation 8 and 9 in equation 5, we have V of s is equal to RA plus LA of s, and here we have I of s. From equation number 9 we can write I of s as B plus Js into theta of s by Kt plus Eb. From equation number 8 we can write Eb as Eb of s as Kb into theta of s. Just a mathematical equation. Just try to simplify this and obtain the required equation, that is theta of s by V of s. So, we have, taking LCM and after cross multiplying, we have theta of s is equal to, or theta of s by V of s is equal to. So, when you are taking this LCM, the denominator will be Kt, and when we are cross multiplying this, we have Kt by Ra plus La into s plus B plus s into j plus Kt into Kb. So, this is your required transfer function. So, this is a situation where when field is kept constant. The other method of controlling the speed of the motor is by keeping the armature voltage constant and varying the field voltage. Yeah, one question for you guys. What is J and what is B? Yes, J is moment of inertia and B is the frictional coefficient. Thank you.